That's kind of finessing.
What are you flustered about, Alana? What's going on?
Oh my gosh.
She says you're flustered.
Nothing. I'm okay. It's a lot going on. It's such a busy time of year. And then, I don't know, it's just so much to do every day, which is a good thing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like you've been hosting a lot of stuff lately.
I have, but I'm excited about it. Like I've been busy, but like in the best way possible. Yeah. And I was supposed to host something this weekend, but now I'm just going to be interviewing there. But I have been doing a lot. And so have you.
Yeah. I hosted my first thing. It was
what did you host?
So I hosted a panel for Raisa, for Utopia Feni.
Oh, that's what's up, yeah.
Raisa did this thing called VA Dash. Is that what it's called? She did this art gallery or like this art exhibit in London, like I want to say earlier this summer. And she basically she had a bunch of artists from this area like make their own like renditions of Bangladesh folk art. And then she did this exhibition in London, like in this coffee shop. And then, so we actually had her on the pod when she came back. And then she did the second version of that exhibit in Virginia Beach, I think at Cosamod, which actually is not called Cosamod anymore. I think it's called something else now. But so she did it there, but she also had that guy, forgot his name now, but his Instagram is like, even if you're not hot. You know,
Who is that? Wait.
That black dude, he's like a skateboarder.
Ooh, Lloyd. That's Lloyd. Yeah.
So she had his mom tag along at this exhibit because I guess the art that her mom makes just like naturally like kind of resembles Bangladesh folk art. So she had her there too. They like kind of teamed up on it. And it was funny because like within the first 5 minutes on the panel, like I'm asking his mom a question and she starts crying like immediately.
I feel that deeply as well. So like I'm not even mad at her. Like,
but it was basically because she was been doing this art her whole life, but it's just been like in her closet. She's never showed it to anybody. Wow. So this is her first exhibit, and so it meant a lot to her.
Yeah, I would feel that deeply too about that. Wow, that's beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moms need more appreciation.
Yeah, for sure. She actually said she's gonna paint a picture of me. And it's funny because all her paintings have little legs. It's like humans, but they have like big heads and little legs.
Okay.
So I was like, I need that.
I'm excited to see what yours will look like.
Yeah, but even like you're saying, like you've been doing a lot, you've been booked a lot. It is a blessing, but then like I feel like once you start doing more stuff like around your creativity and your passions, you realize that like not that it's a job, but like it has certain characteristics like that a job might have.
Everything is work.
Like, you know, so like it's work, like it's draining, it takes energy, but at the end of the day, like you appreciate it and it's like you enjoy doing it. So it is different than just like clocking in at some place you hate going to.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like it might be work, but it's not the same kind of work as like work is. I don't know how to describe it. There's pleasure in this kind of work. It's difficult and it's challenging and it has, like so many different twists and turns that I haven't expected, but in the best way though. It feels like I'm going towards something greater though. Like it doesn't, if you're clocking in, it's kind of just like, okay, yep, I'm working, I'm going home. Can't wait to go home. But this is different. It's like, it's work that I don't mind. So
what are some of these twists and turns that you didn't expect?
I think, more than anything, I think I didn't expect it to feel like work. I didn't, because it's a passion project. I'm like, oh, this will always be fun. It'll always be like, not so challenging because it's something I love. But no, it's like it still has, I don't know, like anything. It's just sometimes there's issues that you have to navigate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't think of a specific example right now, but like,
I know what you mean. I mean, some challenges for me were always like, I was too obsessed with it. Like I felt like this is actually like before we might have spoke about this last time. I can't remember, but because actually, so like when I got a girlfriend, it kind of helped me like with my balance, with my creativity and my life balance.
Yes.
Which actually was just our 1 year anniversary.
I saw
yesterday.
Like, and y'all went to your home.
Cabin. Well, we did that this summer. We got back from that, and then like 2 days ago, we went to the Shenandoah Valley, like the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we had like a cabin up there.
How
we went
was
on
that?
this like. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. So basically my point with that was just like before I had a girlfriend, my mind was consumed with like my creative endeavors 24/7. So even when I'm not filming or editing, like I'm overthinking what I could be doing, and like I always felt like I wasn't doing enough, and like I couldn't enjoy myself outside of just like living life. And And I would feel like that when I went to Bosnia too. And this time I went to Bosnia with her, I was actually able to enjoy myself. Like, I didn't feel like shit. I think I might have told you this on the phone. Like, I usually just feel like shit because I feel like, I should be working right now. I can't, like, just relax. So that helped me with that balance. But no, the Shenandoah trip was cool. Like, we went on this canoe ride thing, and it was like a 3-mile long canoeing experience. And it was like self-guided. There was like, we didn't have a guide. And on the way up there, the bus driver is like telling us like all these things we need to know. And it sounds to me like you might need a bit of skill to do this thing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, hold up, babe. Are we like prepared for this? He's like, yeah, there's going to be like, he's like, you got to go to the right instead of left. You got to remember these directions. And he's like,
should I write this down? Should I draw a map?
He's like, there's rapids. I'm like, what kind of rapids? In my mind, rapids is like, like fast water. So I'm like, hold up. So like the first like 20 minutes, I'm like pretty nervous. Like, cause I might actually have a phobia of large bodies of water.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like, I've never like actually got diagnosed or anything, which I don't know if you can get stuff like that diagnosed, but I know how to swim. I'm a certified lifeguard.
And you have phobias of large bodies.
Large bodies, like the ocean.
Somewhere I wouldn't want you to be my body. Call me my lifeguard then. Like,
I got you though. I actually saved somebody's life before
at the beach or in a pool?
At a lake.
Okay.
This is before I even got like certified. Like, we can go into that story too. But yeah, having a girlfriend helped me with my balance and being able to enjoy life outside of creativity, which I found that it is important. And I didn't really place any importance on that before.
Okay, that's valid. I can see that. I feel like my issue might have been a little bit of the same, but more like opposite. Like, I feel like I got comfortable in what I was doing, and I'm like, this is great, and it doesn't feel like work, and it is really easy. But then I realized it's because I'm not pushing hard enough. So I started thinking like I can be doing more, and it's true, I could be doing more. So I started.
This is before you started your show?
This is before Club Creative, but not. It was during the radio, when the radio first started. You got to think it's like I'm a new face, so it's fast paced for everybody. Everybody wants me to be somewhere and do something. But after a while, people still may, like, of course, request me for things and to do stuff, which is great. But it became a little easy, and I'm like, okay, why is this feeling so easy? You know what I mean?
Like the hosting, or
I mean, hosting is going to be simple anyway because. I like to do it. I like people. I like fun. So I was like, okay, that's whatever. But like, as far as pushing my potential to another level, like taking radio to another level, stuff like that, I'm just like, I felt like at the time before I had started that new segment, I'm like, I could be doing something else. I'm sure I could, but I think fear stopped me for a long time. But once I finally started pushing, which is kind of the season that I'm in right now with just busyness and always having something to do on top of this being my last semester of school again, like it's a lot, but it's because I wanted more, like I wanted more responsibility. I was too comfortable. So whereas you're like, okay, I'm consumed with it and I'm, I need to be working and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I need to be more like that. You know what I mean? But in a healthy manner, of course.
Yeah. Well, last time we were on the show, this was pre-Club Creative, and you were like, yo, I really want to start doing this thing. I want to like leverage the position I'm at Hot 91, showcase like artists that I like, and start your own show that you can eventually, I think, take outside of Hot 91 because you won't be there forever, and you're doing it now.
Isn't that crazy? And I love.
Well, also, I was the first guest.
I was gonna say you had to be. I made that my like business. I was like, Selmir has to be my first guest. Big shout out to Selmir because I neglected to learn anything about Adobe Premiere Pro while I was in school. And don't get me wrong, it was a requirement. I was just neglected that, but showed me how to edit my videos and everything. Like, that was so perfect. So I'm forever grateful that you were my first guest and that you like helped me to navigate getting it started. Because remember, I was like, I don't know what day I should post. I don't know like when I should post after the interview. Like, I didn't know anything.
It's a lot of like little decisions that have to be made.
And it was nerve-wracking. And I was already scared to start. But once I actually rolled into it and had the first interview with somebody that I'm comfortable with, I was like, all right, I can do this. And now I think I'm about to post my 25th or 6th episode. I can't remember. I know I've skipped like a couple of weeks in between, but yeah, isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah. I think it's fire. What has been, so you mentioned the learning curve of just learning how to edit and do all the technical things. Has there been a learning curve or things you've had to adjust to, like interviewing people on the radio or kind of just any other parts of the show? For me, it was weird because it was like, I think we talked for like 5 seconds and then it's like a break.
Yes.
I'm not really used to that.
Yeah.
But that was still cool though.
Okay, well, I'll say for that, since I never, had a podcast like how this is,
You're already used to that.
Yeah,
flow.
I'm like, and I tell people now, I preface it by telling people like, hey, we're going to have 3 talk breaks. So we're going to speak and then I have to play music because this isn't a podcast as much as I would love for it to be. Like, we can't just talk. So that wasn't so much of an issue for me. I think something that I'm not going to say I struggled with it, but something that I realized is that I didn't want to get repetitive. So I started being more intentional about the people that I invited, the order in which I invited them, and the questions that I asked. Like the basis of Club Creative, of course, is like foundationally the same for everyone. Like I just want to know the person behind the craft, but I don't want it to get repetitive to where my viewer is like, okay, I already know what she's about to say. You know what I mean? So I think
you don't want to ask everybody the same questions.
Yeah, no way. And that's the thing. Everybody's different. So I'm like, there's different things to ask everybody. So I think just being cognizant of like, okay, be really, really specific about this person. Their craft might be the same as the person you interviewed 2 weeks ago, but like be specific about this person. So that's probably the biggest like thing that I've taken away as far as my interview style. But I've just been enjoying it. It's like, what's the word? What did a Soldier Boy say? Catapulted into stardom. It catapulted me into like the community in a more personal like form.
Yeah.
Like I started knowing, you know what I mean?
You were already part of the community.
Yeah, because like I feel like after my band, like that's when I started like really getting to know everybody. I'm like, okay, it's like a big community out here. But when I started talking to people one-on-one, I don't know, it just made it more comfortable here. Does that make sense? Like comfortable at home. I don't know.
I mean, you start to feel like you know these people.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, I've been on the scene now for like 5 years interviewing people and you're not best friends with them. Like, I don't like to assume like if I do a podcast with somebody that we're going to be like best friends after. Like, I won't hit them up to hang out. Like if somebody hits me, like with me, usually it's like if people hit me up to further that relationship, like I'll get into it.
Yeah.
But like you do feel like a sense of like you got like a community being a part of this thing, right? And I think in a position we're in as like interviewers and journalists, we don't really have that competitiveness with these guests.
No way.
So there is no really tension there.
Yeah.
Like if you're like another artist, it might be like, okay, y'all both support each other, but like you might want to do better than them because y'all are in the same lane, right?
That's
but
such
like
an interesting
we can kind of
point.
set that aside too and just be like be open and be friends with each other.
That is so interesting that you say that. Like, because I didn't necessarily consider that because I'm genuinely interested in the people that I invite. So that's never even been a thought like, oh, these artists might compete against each other, which I don't think that's do you think? I don't know. Is that a big thing here? Like, does that happen in our community?
I think it happens everywhere. I think being competitive can be like pivotal to growth for everybody.
Okay, yeah.
But if you have that perspective, I forgot, maybe you could look this up, Karen, but the actual definition of, was it competition? It's like the actual definition of competition is not for one person to win and one person to lose, but it's for both parties to get better.
Wow. So
like the definition has kind of gotten perverted to where it's like, oh, somebody has to lose. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I really like that. If I had known that was the actual definition years ago, I think I would be more of a competitive person. I grew up not really competitive because I thought of it in the negative, quote unquote, sense. Like, I don't want anybody to lose and I don't want to compete. So, you know?
Nobody has to lose, especially in today in social media, dude. It's hundreds of millions of potential fans and just because I mean you look at it from a personal experience, you don't just have one artist you like.
Yeah,
you like a lot of music, so it's like you don't have to compete to have like this fan's gonna either love me or you. They can love both of us.
That's so interesting. You know what I mean? Me and Tyler Donovan, who I just had on Club Creative, were talking about that same thing, and I can't remember if it was on air or off air, but we were talking about how he did say that some people in this area might feel the need to compete for fans. And I'm like, why is that required? Like, we can be fans of each other. Even if you're an artist, you can be a fan of another artist, you know?
For sure. And also, I mean, like if another artist is a fan of you, you can almost like resonate with that more because they know what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be like a deeper fan and like really understand you on a level that somebody who doesn't make music like can.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
What else was Tyler saying about it?
I mean, he was just saying, well, Tyler's a really big advocate for community in general. He really goes hard for the idea that we can all win. This area is full of talent. We don't need to fight each other for a spotlight. Like, he's really, I love how passionate he is about that aspect, because he told me, like, he makes music from the standpoint of basically himself. Like, he does this for him. Like, he's not doing it to be in the limelight or to be, you know, this grand person, although he is a grand person in this area, if you ask me. He was saying, like, it's purely basically just to get his feelings out, to get his thoughts out, to be understood. And he doesn't feel the need to compete with anyone. He was like, I've never felt jealous of anybody or wanted to be in anybody's position when it comes to music. And I really admire that, because I don't know. I like the point that you made about us not having to deal with that in a sense, because I've
they
never
don't even look
felt
at us
that.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't look at them like that. I'm like, I literally, I've never felt that. So as far as it goes here. So I'm like, that's interesting. I never thought about them having to deal with that, but I don't think there's a need to. Like you said, the friendly competition I think is great because, you know, growth for both people, but you know,
I mean, even if you're in the same lane as somebody, like if you drop an episode, I'm not like, oh fuck, like I want Alana's episode.
Yeah.
I might see him, like, okay, I gotta drop some shit now.
Yeah.
It makes you want to drop. Like, matter of fact, he pulled up the original definition. The original definition of competition comes from the Latin word competere, which means to strive together or to seek together.
Dang, that's deep.
This root implies a harmonious or collaborative effort towards a common goal, even though the word competition today often carries a meaning of rivalry and individual triumph over others.
What would that do for the community or for people, for the world, honestly, if people knew the real definition of competition? That's actually nuts. I love this.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't change anything. Also, this is another topic we can get into, but like, I always feel like I've literally been thinking about this for years. Like, what is the process of information changing things, right? So it's like, okay, let's say, I don't even know what example to use, but like, let's say you're not aware of something, you become aware of it. Now now you know it, but it still doesn't you don't apply it to your life.
I agree.
It's like believing in God. Let's just use that as an example. Like, you can believe in God, but like, you don't really apply it. Like, it doesn't, I
apply it. I think
that's a grand example. That's a grand example. But like any information, like what is up that pipeline of, even like, let's say aliens are real, whatever. The government tells us aliens are real. Now we all believe it, but it's like, what is that really changing? Like,
that's true.
And that's also a grand example, but just like any information, like what is that process of knowing it, applying it, and like living by it?
And that's the thing. I actually was ironically just having this conversation with my coworker not 2 days ago about, because he was like, what would we do? Like, how would life be different if we just didn't have any technology? If there was a grand power outage and we were forced to go back into how times used to be, where we all just have to sit amongst each other and talk and just drink and have a good time and just let that be what it is. And I'm like, okay, that's not something that we would be able to snap into right now. Not now. If it had been like, oh, it's never been this way and this is all that we've ever known as far as like no technology, okay, that's different. But being that we've been exposed to all of this technology and all of these advances in the last 10 years even, it would take generations to get used to a lifestyle change like that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it would take generations.
I do. At least 3.
Okay, I'll speak from personal example, just even like going to Bosnia. In Bosnia, I don't have phone service, so I can only like be on my phone on Wi-Fi, which is like if I'm at home or like I'm at a cafe that has Wi-Fi or whatever, quickly get used to that. Human beings are very adaptive. Like, you adapt to things quickly. I think it would take us, it would probably be chaos for the first like 6 months to a year. I think like after a year, it would be, you'll start getting a hang of it. But also like, don't let people lie and be like, it's all great and peaceful. We just don't have phones and we just hang out. Like, no, there's a lot of things that we have to deal with that we don't have to now. Like, first is finding clean water and food. That's hard to do in itself. Probably fighting off wild animals, other people that are like evil and trying
to eat other people.
Yeah, like herd resources, like take resources from people. So there is a lot of things, like negative things or like challenges.
Okay.
But I don't want to go back to that. People are like,
I'm good. Yeah, no.
like the people that are like, I think I was born in the wrong era. Like I was supposed to be born in the 50s or something. Like
50s.
Like go back to the 50s then, bro. I'm chilling. Like
I'm good.
Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone in an Alp and be vibing.
That's hilarious because, like, no way. It's nice to, like, occasionally revisit those times. Oh, we're going to a 50s themed party, and hopefully a completely appropriate way. Or we're, like, I don't know, having a 90s party, or I'm going to Shenandoah to a cabin in the middle of nowhere or something like that's different. As long as I can come back home.
Yeah, it's good for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Also, well, if it came to that and, like, the grid went down and we lost technology, I feel like the birth rate would go up a lot. People would just start fucking a lot.
Do you remember the pandemic? Like,
a lot of kids
yes,
would be born.
pandemic babies. Everybody was pregnant.
Was that a thing?
Yes.
Type in, did the birth rate rise during the pandemic?
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind.
For some reason, like, people, if you know, like, they say, like, poor people have a lot of kids. So it's like, I don't know how that works in our evolution, but usually, like, when people are going through tough times, they'll have a lot of kids. Oh, wow. It said no, birth rates generally did not rise during the pandemic. Many high-income countries, including the U.S., saw an initial decrease followed by a partial rebound, but overall trends showed a decline. This pattern of a COVID baby bust and subsequent rebound occurred globally, with the initial dip in births later reversed.
Perhaps it was just people around me, but I was seeing pandemic baby everywhere. Everywhere. So.
What year did you have your baby?
Kieran, you're a father.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations.
You see
2024. Oh, that was last year.
Yeah, that was post-pandemic. that was PP, post-pandemic.
PP.
I'm still not over the pandemic. I still, like, they lied to us. And everything. They lied about where it came from, the effects of it, like how dangerous it was. They lied about the masks. They lied about the vaccines. They lied about the shutdown measures. Everything was a lie.
Yeah.
And not even to say, like, it was a malevolent lie or, like, they were trying to be evil. It could have just been incompetency. Like, they were trying their best.
Can we say both?
And, like, maybe both, but maybe they just got it wrong. But it's so crazy to me how no one is taking accountability. And then Dr. Fauci, remember Dr. Fauci?
Of course, how could I forget?
Boy came out the fucking cut like a vampire during COVID and then disappeared again. So apparently he's the one. Look up Dr. Fauci's involvement during the AIDS pandemic. So he is the same doctor that was around in the AIDS times when AIDS first came out, and he had a bunch of corruption and, like, scandals in that time. And then he comes out during the pandemic, does all that as, like, the face of all the lies for our pandemic. And Robert F. Kennedy, he wrote a book called The Real Dr. Fauci, and he, like, exposed all the stuff that he's done since.
This is a public book?
Yes. Wow. And Fauci did not sue him for defamation. So that means it's true.
Fauci said, yeah, I did, and I'm standing 10 toes down.
Dr. Anthony Fauci played a significant role in responding to the AIDS epidemic, initially facing criticism from LGBT activists for the slow clinical research system, but later becoming a respected ally. His involvement included working to expand treatment options, developing strong relationships, and sharing his insights on the evolution of the epidemic. He did something with, like, I think they also gave out some, like, medicine for AIDS that was actually more harmful than good, something like that. But yeah, nobody took accountability for that thing. That's what I think is weird about it.
I don't think anybody's ever going to, and if they do, it'll be like years from now. Years from now. I really do. So.
To circle back to a bit what you were saying about Club Creative, you said you don't like to ask people this, like, the same question and stuff. Do you get your questions from ChatGPT?
No.
Because sometimes the questions you'll ask, I'll be like, does she ChatGPT that shit?
No, I don't. Okay, so ever since, it's so funny. When ChatGPT first became a thing, I was interested in it, and I was in undergrad, I think. Oh, no, maybe my first semester? I can't remember, but I was using it a little bit, right? Because I'm like, all right. I don't use it this semester, in case anybody from my school is watching this, relax. But I was using it. And then my sister started bashing me for using it, saying, like, that's what dummies use. Like, it's frying your brain. And I try to stay as far away from ChatGPT as possible now because...
Really?
And yeah, I'm not going to lie. It did mess with... I almost don't want to be this vulnerable, but I feel like it started messing with my ability to critically think. I'm not joking.
Well, there was a study on that. I think Harvard or Yale
it's
pulled that
literally
study up,
melting
bro.
our brains. So I try not to use ChatGPT at all. You got to think, I'm a journalist major, so it's not like I don't know how to research people, and I have a genuine interest in what they're doing. So it's kind of the same thing that I do with my adrenitis bit, where I come up with questions randomly and I just write them down. And when they apply to that person, I can ask that person, and when it applies to that craft, I can ask it based on that craft. So I kind of come up with interview questions on a rolling basis. But when it comes to a specific person, I do obviously have to sit down, research, and, do what I have to for them. But I kind of have like a load of questions already. You know what I mean?
There was a study. Was it Yale? What did it say? ChatGPT can impact critical thinking both positively and negatively, with studies showing that its use can decrease cognitive engagement and lead to underperformance in users who rely on it as a shortcut. So basically, I think it was Yale, bro. They did a study where it's basically like frying like certain pathways that your like brain.
I believe
whatever the fuck is going on.
I'm not joking.
It's like when you know math and then you start using a calculator and you forget how to do math.
Okay.
So like your brain is a muscle. So you start using this thing as a shortcut. You're not using your brain anymore. It just weathers away.
I really feel like that was happening, and it was scaring me. And I deem myself a creative person, and the fact that I wasn't able.
MIT study.
Low-key sent me that. The fact that I wasn't able to, perform in the way that I wanted to, as far as even writing a paper without relying on, okay, well, ChatGPT, how can I say this better? What? I know how to read and write. I can do it myself. I don't know. I just try to stay away from it now. And plus, it's frying Black communities in these really small, random rural areas. Like, it's literally killing people.
Wait,
if you didn't know.
What's going on with that?
So the way that it's set up, and it's also with the whole, what is it, the Twitter bot? Grok, with the same thing. It's these huge like systems that are set up in these small communities, and it looks like a big like area of solar panels and
the data centers.
And yes, data centers. But they're emitting so much radiation and they're polluting their water, like it's literally killing people there.
Really?
I saw a really short like little 10-minute TikTok documentary on it. Where people were like, or some people had gone and visited and spoken to some of the people in the community who had lost people because of things like, randomly got cancer, been healthy all your life, and things like that. Like,
pull that up, Karen.
Yeah.
My brother showed me some video that was saying like this, it was messing with the tap water in the area, but it didn't explain how. Like, I don't understand how data centers affecting the water.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Type in people dying and negative effects on environment near AI data centers. Yeah. While he pulls that up. I use Grok though, but I don't really use it to like, I just kind of use it as a Google now.
I don't even understand Grok. I don't use
X
a lot.
Grok is actually the same thing as ChatGPT.
Okay.
It's actually better though. So supposedly like ChatGPT and like some of the other ones, they've been working on it for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk started Grok and in 1 year became better than ChatGPT.
How though?
It does I don't know. I think it's just because he had a lot of money and like understood how to build the infrastructure quicker.
I mean, like, in what ways is it better? What'd you say?
From what I seen, it was like it pretty much gives you a better breakdown. Like Grok is like PhD level at everything.
Interesting.
So, but also ChatGPT and stuff like that, we're not even really using it all the way for like what it could be used for. Like we're just asking it questions, well, that's part of it. But now you can really, you can like have it do, it could be like an agent. So it can do things. It can perform operations. It can like search the web, buy stuff for you. It can like run a company. Like they were saying that.
Run a company?
Like with AI, you can now run, I don't know if there's an example of it yet, but it was like basically you can run a $1 trillion company with one person because you can have AI agents that do these jobs, right?
Would you trust that?
I mean, I don't know if I'd put like sensitive information into it that I think is like a secret, but using it for certain things, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a tool.
I agree.
Like I wouldn't like rely on everything for it.
I wouldn't want it to run a business if I'm being for real. But yes, as a tool, okay.
But like you have like an AI agent that could be your accountant. It could be your fucking, I don't know. There's these like random like medial
like
jobs.
Like the small, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll work. Or I mean, you can even you can feed it all the information from your business, and then you can say like act as a marketing analyst and look at all of my business information and compare it to the top 5 businesses in the market and tell me what I need to do this or that.
Valid.
Like, it can do like any job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that.
What is this? Oh, I saw this. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts workers did a strike because they have these robots in the in the shop. Oh, remember I was telling you last time that so this is the next step of AI in media. What I've been saying, which nobody really said, but it just seems like a natural progression to me. Mm-hmm. Like Netflix, right?
Yes.
It adds AI to its platform, and you'll be able to just put a picture of yourself in, and now it'll make you the main character of every show you watch.
Did this not happen on Black Mirror? Why is nobody scared? Are you joking? That episode called Somebody is really bad or something like that. Nah, Kieran, I need you to pull
You're talking about the one where they actually made a show around the girl's life?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. But it turns out, spoiler, but I don't care. It's been out for 2 years now. Come on. But the people who were playing the girl, like it turned out that it was layers to the show, and somebody else was playing them and somebody else was playing them. It was like 3 different. It was weird, but basically 3 people's likeness were used to play like the same character. I don't really know how to describe that better. You'd have to watch the episode, but that's nuts. No,
I don't know
that's
if I remember.
nuts.
I'm thinking of the episode where the girl is like living her life, and then she gets home at night, and then like her day is like an episode, and like everybody's watching.
Yes, it's the same one. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't agree with that, to be honest. And it's crazy. People will think, "Oh, that's so cool."
I think that is cool. If you're watching a show,
what else? You know, like what else could happen?
Well, there's also a new. This is I forgot to send you this, Karen. There's an AI Netflix. Right. So it's not Netflix, but it's this AI where you can create your own shows, which is prompts.
Okay.
And it'll build a whole world, and like it'll build a show for you.
So in school, actually, my professor showed me this last semester. He showed us a movie trailer, and we were like, okay, you know, this is cool. You know, it looks good. You know, he was like, this entire thing is AI. The people, the voices, literally somebody input what they wanted the movie to be about, and it created a trailer. Something did seem off because you know how with AI, I don't know if you've seen like AI ads with people, like their mouths are always slightly off when they're speaking.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I was like, that sounds weird. Like it looks wrong, but it was, besides that, pretty believable.
It's getting better and better. I mean, you remember just like a year ago, like AI couldn't do hands. Like hands always look weird. Mm-hmm. Now hands are fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to, I mean, it's kind of already at that point. I already second guess everything I see online, but it's going to get to the point where like you don't know what video is real or not.
Have you ever fallen victim to AI, like where it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was AI?
I don't think so.
I have.
Usually I can tell, but that's because they usually, for right now, all the AI videos you see online are like kind of outlandish things, or like things that like okay, why was like somebody make a real video of this? There is definitely a lot of ones that look real. It'll be like those people. It'll just be random people doing things. They'll be like, "You're telling me I'm just a prompt?" You know what I'm talking about? And it's like somebody made this prompt in my life. I'm just prompts. My favorite AI videos right now are all the random animals that are diving off the diving board. Have you seen those?
I have not. I saw one of this really, really, really large woman though, but the one that I fell for, the one that I fell for was a massive dog. It was just a man with a huge. It was on X. A man with a giant dog in his kitchen. I was like, that dog is big, but
but this looks real as fuck, bro. Look at this.
Samir, this does not look real. That one looks super. Samir, this literally looks like a Disney movie. Are you joking? It looks real though.
Like the motion looks real. The gravity.
Animal, the animal looks animated. That looks like an animated animal.
That's a skinless cat, or whatever it's called. They all do like the same dive.
Yeah. Why?
Tell me that doesn't look real. Like, stop playing,
it
bro.
It doesn't. Granted, I don't have good eyesight, but that look. Are you joking? Goodbye. Turn that off. Like, goodbye. No, seriously, what?
Yo, I went to the doctor the other day because I had like a little bump. My eye was swollen right here. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go check it out. It's fine though. But she checked my vision, and I officially confirmed my vision is getting worse. Because I had 20/20 vision. And she's checking my vision, like, you know, you read the little letters or whatever. So like when I start, she's like, do you wear glasses? I'm like, nah. So like she's telling me to read it, and I can't read like none of the smaller ones. But I'm like, I guess I sounded funny while I was trying to read it. I'm like, like whatever. She's laughing. She's like, you sure you don't wear glasses? I'm like, nah.
She was like, you do now.
My far vision is getting trashed. I can still see up close, but like I don't know if that's nearsighted or farsighted. But
nearsighted.
My vision's getting worse.
I'm sorry.
I might be getting old, Alana. I don't know.
It's okay though. Aging is a beautiful thing. I've been blind my whole life, so at least you've had an opportunity to see without glasses or contacts.
You wear contacts?
I can hardly see you right now.
Oh, you don't have them in?
No, I don't.
Really? It's blurry?
I can see you, of course. I know what you look like.
Can you drive?
I have my glasses
Oh,
in the car.
They're in the car? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I ever see you driving without glasses, I'm getting over.
It might be daylight. No, I'm a great driver. Look, all I need to see are the lines in the road, red light, green light. We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've been doing Club Creative for like 8 months now?
Yeah.
8 months, 25 episodes deep. You're been hosting a lot of stuff. This is your last semester of school.
Yes, thank God.
When you leave school, when you finish school, what are you leaving NSU right away? What is happening with Club Creative when you finish school?
The question that everybody has. Everyone keeps asking me that. And I'm like, okay, relax, guys.
That's what the people want to know then.
I mean, as far as Club Creative is coming with me no matter where I go. And I'm building out the platform. I really have big plans for it in the next couple of months because I just want to grow it to where I can take it somewhere and have it, become a standalone project. But as far as Hot 91, like I'm giving myself a grace period. But I know that my management, they don't want me to get comfortable either. Like they're like, you're destined for greater things. There's just bigger markets. So don't get too comfortable here. Again, a grace period is cool, but I don't plan on
What do you mean by grace period?
A grace period. So after I graduate in December. So a grace period is like, okay, give yourself a few months. We're not going to obviously let you, I don't know. We're not just going to let you go or anything, but you need to have plans. So
you can keep coming back to be on air after you graduate.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah, until I move to another station. So, yeah. I just don't know what station that would be. That's the only thing for me. Like, I unapologetically feel like we have the best station in the market as far as urban contemporary goes. So,
well, do they have positions available to hire you?
Are there positions available in general?
Like at NSU or at Hot 91? Not at NSU.
I mean, I'm already hired. I work there, but...
On the radio? So you actually get paid now?
I've been getting paid.
Well, no, I don't think you were getting paid last time we spoke.
Absolutely.
For real?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you might need a little raise then.
Guys, I have bills. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so you can actually
it's time for a raise.
So you can get you can actually work there and make a living.
Yes, but not for long. Okay. Trump just chopped our funding though. It's crazy. We lost. Okay, so the original CPB budget was across the country, $2 billion. It just got cut down to $31 million.
What's that?
PBS is canceled.
Broadcasting?
No, it's not all college. I forgot what it stands for, to be honest. But public broadcasting, something public.
Oh, I did see
commercial.
PBS got shut down.
Bro, what? PBS? What are we doing? And it's like, media obviously holds a lot of weight. It functions in so many sectors. It's so important. And so for all of that funding to be cut, I'm like, what is actually happening here? What are we trying to do? Where are we going with this? But because of that, funding is cut in a lot of places. So I would probably have to look for somewhere else anyway. Who knows what's going to happen? Literally. That's a huge cut. $2 billion to $31 million. What?
So, look that up, Karen. Why did PBS get cut?
Yeah.
Because I think that's either America's oldest public broadcasting program or biggest, one of those, maybe both.
That's crazy.
What did I say? PBS was defunded due to a combination of factors, primarily driven by the Trump administration's claims of political bias and a desire to cut government spending.
But he's having a $41 million parade in Washington, D.C. for his birthday.
Well, wasn't PBS mainly children's shows and documentaries? It wasn't any political
PBS played classic movies. No, it was not political.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. When I think of PBS, I don't think of political stuff.
Then you have your things PBS isn't just that. It's then you have for instance, NPR or things like that where they are allowed to speak politically, but it's all under CPB, all of that. And some stations, some radio stations also fall under that. So, yeah, we're cooked. I don't know where the money's going to come from. I don't. Like, and this is a nationwide something that's affecting.
So all college radio stations are funded by the government?
No, not all of them. And not all of our funding comes from the government. Like, some of our funding comes from the school. Like, it just comes straight from the university. So
and they get it from tuitions and
like I don't know that it comes from tuition. No, like grants. For instance, you remember? God forgive me for forget. I don't want to just call her Jeff Bezos' ex-wife when she gave us $40 million, but I can't remember her name right now.
$40 million?
Yes, recently, like 2 or 3 years. 3? No,
he got
2021.
He got himself a little young one right now.
Bruh, is she giving us $40 million? Like, okay, yeah, like
Mackenzie Scott.
Yeah. Hey, shut up, Mackenzie Scott.
I thought it said she was born in 1920. No, 1970. I was like, damn, she old as fuck. She's like 90 something, like 95, 94.
Yeah, probably dead.
She looks young too, though.
Yeah, I mean, tomato.
He got the fake six pack, I think. Type in Jeff Bezos six pack.
What? Did he really?
That boy is ripped. I'm trying to tell you, but it's like fake ripped, I think, though.
Like Drake ripped.
Don't talk about Drake. Don't talk about Drake like that.
He said not too much on my goat.
No, but come on, Jeff Bezos looking good out here.
That doesn't look fake somewhere, and if it does, he needs his money back.
Nah, yeah, zoom in on those abs.
Pull up Elon Musk's six pack.
Nah, he got some shoulders on him.
Exactly, that's why I'm like, it's not fake. He might have actually.
They got BBL shoulders now.
BBL shoulders.
For real, look it up. Like,
what?
No, Elon Musk doesn't have a six pack. He's talking about the boat.
He's
the
built
boat
like a refrigerator.
Looks fucking crazy. Just type in Elon Musk boat picture.
Grok definitely.
That's actually how Elon
ordered
Musk looks.
that from Grok.
Yeah, that.
Oh. Badly.
No, it was the one to the left of that one. That's the even funnier one. Yeah, that one. that went viral. That boy hasn't seen the sun since fucking.
That's nuts.
Well, no, go down to that black and white. Go to the black and white picture. That's actually how Elon Musk looks.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, scroll up. Yeah, that's literally how Elon looks.
Bro, is that a drawing? That's Grok. Is that a drawing? And then I was gonna say, ew, that's making me itch.
Nah,
that's disgusting.
Obviously, that's fake. Yeah, it's crazy that they cut funding for a lot of. I mean, I saw. Yeah. I do agree with some of the stuff that Doge cut. I can't remember off top right now, but there was like a list of some things that I saw. I was like, okay, that's silly. We probably shouldn't be paying for that with taxpayer money. I don't agree with the PBS cut. That's a little weird.
PBS is just one really small fraction. It's a lot of networks that are affected. Like, I don't know where this is going to go. In the next 2 years, so many people are going to lose jobs. So many people, unless this can be reversed or the funding can be brought in from somewhere else. Like,
well, the next AI wave of jobs is going to cut is a lot of like accountants, financial advisors, like a lot of editing stuff, a lot of like pretty much anything that's like that is just like a certain way you do it, mainly stuff on the computer. Like if it doesn't need like creativity in it, it's probably gonna get cut.
That's just so crazy. Like we're trying so hard to compartmentalize these small jobs, quote unquote, and like these easy things that we don't want to do. I feel like we're so bent on doing that. It's gonna be like a full 180 and we're going to cook ourselves. Like, you can't get rid of, I don't know, like trying to replace all of these human jobs with AI. Like, I know it's a tool and there's so many things we could use it for, which is fine. But when you're trying to be not sustainable, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, when you're trying so hard basically to make it easy for us, like our lives easier, it's just, I feel like it's going to be a full 180 and we're just going to be cooked. Like, where are, like,
yeah, there's a lot of
we're taking too much from ourselves. Does that make sense?
I agree. There's a lot of the workforce that will be affected, and a lot of it is people like in their 40s and 50s who are already at that age where it's not super easy for them to just pick up a new career.
You know what I mean?
Like learn that stuff. Like in an ideal world, like the people who are kind of looking at it more optimistically, it's like, okay, AI will take out a lot of jobs, but it'll also create a lot of new jobs, right? Then even the long-term view past that is like what people have been saying for years is like AI will be able to like create and produce everything we need as humans in abundance and really cheap, so we actually won't have to work. But then it's like, then we're like relying on these companies
So,
that
man,
are
do you know
driven
how
by
crazy that
profits to like
sounds?
care about humanity.
That
You know?
sounds crazy. What do you imagine not working? And I know it's like it's a difference though between like not working by choice and then not working because a robot is doing the job for you. You remember that movie Smart House when we were growing up? I think it was a Disney Channel movie.
I know what you're talking about. I don't really remember what happens, but I know what you're talking about.
The Smart House tries to replace the mother. Like, I'm serious, but it's like we're trying. Like, this is crazy. I don't want AI to do my job. I'm good. I don't mind doing my job. I really don't. And even if I'm going to, I don't know.
Well, maybe you don't because you like your job.
Yes.
Most people don't like their job.
And I understand that, but it's just for me, okay, let's look at it broader. Just me going somewhere and interacting with another human being. And I know like, oh, Gen Zers, they have that thing where it's like, I really don't want to talk to people if I don't have to. But in general, humans can't live without other humans, without other human contact. That's like, it's not, we are built for each other.
But
That's
the AI start making everything we need, then we could just link up at the community garden,
so you
plant some
think.
stuff.
That's why I'm like, so you think. That's the same thing as, again, trying to take a vacation from your real, or for your real life.
That is the big question then. If that happens, will people feel a sense of self-worth and value? Because most people, like right now, they get their value from working and providing for their family. So now if AIs and we have all these like industries and businesses and like factories building everything we need for really cheap, so all of us don't have to work and we get like a check from the government every month, like you have a home, you have food. Now it's up to you just to like enjoy your life and figure out who you are and like spend time with your family and friends. Like, that sounds good.
It sounds
but
like
a lot of people have like,
movie.
that's like a real philosophical question. Like, how will people feel about that? Will they feel like valued and valuable in society?
Over time, there's no way. I don't think so. It might be cute for a year, but like over time, no, we're going to feel lost or feel like we need to be doing something. If AI is doing everything like for us, and I can't believe this is even a conversation. It's so crazy, but here we are. The robots are taking over the world. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you're right. Where does your value come from? And of course, your value should be internal, baseline. But all of that is so that you can show up even in your relationships, at work, whatever, as the best version of yourself. But if you don't have anywhere to show up, what the heck? Like, what are you going to do? It's just, I do feel like a lot of people will start feeling lost. And honestly, I almost want to say something like violence would increase because you're bored. Like, I just feel like people would get a little too into their heads and start wondering about things. And like, I don't know, I feel like that'll open up a whole can of worms that maybe we have not considered. Everybody's thinking about this ease of not having to work and do things that they seem or deem to be daunting tasks. But like, those little details make up life. AI is cool and all, but not for everything. I don't want AI to replace my human interactions or what I would typically have somebody else, do with me or for me, whatever. Like, I don't want that. For what? They can't replace a person with a soul and a beating heart. Never. Even if that person has a really bad attitude at a restaurant that I go to, like, okay, I'd prefer that than them Dunkin' Donuts robots, like, serving me my stuff. Like,
they're real nice. They remember your name.
They look cool.
They have face recognition.
Don't know my name. Like, seriously, no.
Is that
Facial
you?
recognition? Bro, no. Like, I'm so good off that. That's crazy. No.
Your phone has eye tracking software.
Yes.
It tracks
that's how,
where
like,
you
the
look at
FaceTime
on the
is
screen.
able.
Well, like it tracks like where you look at on the screen. So like if it shows you something like it's showing you where you're looking at, like how long you're looking at that certain thing, and it gives them more data on like what you care about.
Is that new?
They've been at it. So
The more you know.
So you said you have a few things, like a few big things planned for the show before the end of the year. What are you doing?
Just some stuff.
Bro, talk about it.
I mean, because it's not necessarily. I want to make sure that my rollout is even a rollout before I say anything. You know what I mean? Like, I have plans, but my plans are still just plans at this moment. I kind of just made them over the last couple of weeks. But I just know that I want it to be a more physical thing. I want Club Creative to be more of like I can come and, I don't know, have an event. Or I want it to be where I can start going to different places to interview different creatives. Like, Because at the end of the day, I want Club Creative to be a global platform. I want to be able to travel like to the nooks and crannies of the world and see creatives like somebody's grandma who's been making the same recipe for forever in the middle of, I don't know, Sicily or something. Like I want it to be like a grand platform to connect creatives across the globe. So whatever that looks like starting, that's what I'm focusing on in the next couple of months. Obviously. Well, I'm not going to say, obviously I'm not going to be in Sicily. Who knows where I'll be, but
You never know.
Exactly. You never know. And I don't want to limit myself. So I just want to grow it. Like if I'm going to do it, cause it really is a passion project for me. If I'm going to do it, I just want to do it to the like fullest extent, like the best of my ability. Yeah. Again, I'm only 8 months in, but it's like, I don't want to get too comfy, and I'm comfy with it now. Like, why do these episodes feel so easy? Like, oh, so yeah, come in, chill. This is great. All right, boom, edit my video, post it. Like, no, I just want to do more, you know?
Well, I think it's going to feel, for me, 5 years in, this is the 296. Episode 296, I think. And I think it is easy as far as like the actual like doing it part. Like, you know how to talk to people, and like that's easy for you. There is I still get a sense of nerves every now and then. But for me, the not the headache, but like the hard part is like figuring out like how to do the business stuff, how to market it better, how to like reach more people. The actual like creating the stuff, I think is supposed to be easy. That's what That's what you do.
It's my favorite part. Yeah.
I don't know.
I love how the Off-World podcast is like now. I like what you're doing outside of just having guests, like your Instagram with like the news. Yo, that Newport news thing, Samir, you don't understand. I was weak for like a week off that. Like I was really weak. It was
funny how half the comments are people like trolling along with it. And the other half people are just genuinely mad. This is not fucking Newport news. Like I grew up here. Like this is not what it looks like out there.
Like what?
I was like, and everybody that's like saying it's not, I'm like, chill. Or just be like, relax.
Yeah, like calm down. Like it is though.
I'll be like, how long? Some dude was like mad. I was like, when's the last time you've been outside, bro? Because there's been a lot of construction happening. That went up. We had the video when I was talking about the missing kids. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
That went up crazy.
Yeah.
And I kind of do want to do an update on that. So we dropped our clip about the missing kids like a week ago now, I think. And basically, like the reason I even spoke about that is because I was in Bosnia for 3 weeks, not like creating content. I did do one thing out there, and I'm just seeing a lot of these posts about these missing kids in Virginia, and people were saying it was a mass kidnapper, which it's not, and that's a relief. It's not. The police came out and like made a statement that it's not a mass kidnapper, but I don't like how the news called it like a debunking. Because it's like not really debunked. Like
no, these kids are still missing.
They're actually missing. And they try to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal because they're just runaways or it's a few less missing kids than this time last year. But like I feel like that almost felt like they were diminishing it or
I believe
diminishing the problem, which I also do see the responsibility in a big news channel and not fear mongering and getting people like too scared about something because that can do more harm than good. So it's like you want to cover a story in a way where people get the information, but not like wild out or get too afraid of it because you know I feel like that's weird. So I can see the fine line there, but at the end of the day, the kids are still missing, and that story went pretty far. Like Chris Brown posted about it, and the Breakfast Club spoke about it. Like organizations outside of Virginia were talking about it, and I think ultimately it just shined a light on the problem that happens. I mean, every year there's a lot of missing kids.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of just like showed people that we already knew was happening, but it kind of just put it in the forefront of our minds. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you made your post about it because I don't like the way the news like glossed over it, especially after the cops came out and said like, oh, no, it's not a mass kidnapping. Okay, I guess we can take a deep breath now. Like, it's okay. We can exhale. Like, no, the kids are still missing. And I think when Charlemagne the God posted about it, he was talking about how someone reposted how there's always ice cream trucks out at night or something.
Yes, I've been seeing that.
I was going to say, but why have I really noticed that though? They're really
I haven't seen it in real life, but I've seen videos of the ice cream trucks like going through neighborhoods with the music on at night.
And it's always Christmas music.
I don't know. Like I said, it's easy to jump to a conclusion. Like I don't want to be in the business of scaring people just to scare them and like for clicks.
Of course, yeah.
So like if there really isn't any evidence of these ice cream trucks doing this, feel like it can be doing more harm than good, like scaring people about it. But then also imagine like the regular ice cream truck drivers that are like mad about this. Like, y'all are fucking up my business.
Yeah, like, losing business. Like, but hey, we got it better safe than sorry.
It might be some streets that like, they like ice cream late at night. So they're like, they request the driver to come by at night. And
how do you call an ice cream man?
Late night snacks.
Bruh. DoorDash. Like, no. And DoorDashing ice cream is actually nuts. It's like a cone or something.
Is this what I told you to look up earlier? So I actually looked up if we had any history of mass kidnappings in Virginia, and we actually haven't. So we had a few like serial killers. Go down. There was one. Is that South? So
the South Side Strangler.
They had nicknames.
Bruh.
They had nicknames. There was one guy I saw earlier. I think it was in the 80s and 90s. He was killing a bunch of gay men in this area. It was like Jeffrey Dahmer, but he wasn't eating them, I don't think. That wasn't funny. Don't laugh.
I'm not gonna laugh. It wasn't
funny. Yeah, so we actually haven't had any serial kidnappers. But like, okay, what is a serial kidnapper? Because it's obviously human trafficking. That happens.
Right. So let's be for real.
People are getting kidnapped at large rates. And even when in our clip, we looked up, and I guess this Hampton Roads is like in the top 15 areas for human trafficking.
Insane.
So that is a thing.
What? That is insane. There's been a lot of, I've seen a lot of videos circulating, and my mom never neglects to send me one, of people just giving warning signs, like if you have this on your car, like don't get in the car, walk away from it. Or if, watch out for if you have odd powder or something on the back of your...
I've heard that. Like people will approach you in like a parking lot. Or something like that.
People will approach you.
And they give you like a pamphlet, but on the phamphlet it'll have something that
that can literally...
like knock you out or something.
Knock you out, confuse you. You'll just... it's crazy.
No, look that up too. I remember that. That was a few years ago. We had a few stories like that where there were like people that were like part of these fake organizations, and they would like approach you to talk to you about something. But they would really be kidnappers.
Yes. When I went to ODU, and this was crazy, like I will never forget, this lady approached me with another girl, like a younger girl. It was me and my friend on campus, and was like inviting us to a Bible study. She was like, we just want to tell you about Mother God. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about? But the way it was all just so fishy. She was like, we're meeting at Bible study tonight. And I remember it was late. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Don't tell anybody you're going.
I don't remember.
By yourself. It's like,
no, just like, you guys both come. Like, no, we're good, Granny. Like, no, I'm not going anywhere near you, because it was just, I had a gut feeling, which you should never ignore. So I was like, definitely not. But after that, I saw that that's like a common scheme, like inviting people places even. Again, not to scare anybody or fearmonger, but, just be vigilant.
What does this say, Karen? Is that the organizations? Because there was definitely, this was a few years back, there was a few rumors. Well, I think it was actually like proven that there were these, like she's saying, like there's people part of these fake organizations.
I'm telling you.
Trying to like lure people to
hand.
like somewhere. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be vigilant out here. I think especially if you're like a woman, might be even like, you probably don't want to go places by yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Be out late at night in certain places. What are you looking up? Let me see that. Zoom in on that AI overview. Organizations involved in luring human trafficking victims. It is crucial to understand that human trafficking involves various forms of manipulation, like exploitation. Perpetrators can take different forms. Go down. Seemingly legitimate businesses. Yeah, that shit happens, bro. Shit happens.
There's a lot of different ways. Just got to be careful.
Another thing, okay, I wanted to ask you about, did you see Pusha T's message to the DMV?
Yes, about how we should all collaborate and come together. And I totally agree. I didn't realize it was such a big divide, but yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, have you ever asked anybody in Virginia, like in San Francisco 7, if we're part of the DMV? It'll be a very vehement, at least say no.
I was gonna say, personally, we are not though, and that's crazy because it's like Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, but apparently the DMV is only Northern Virginia. Like,
no, well, people really say it's like if you don't have the rail line or the train, whatever it's called.
Okay, that's
is it the train? Is that what it's called? If the train's not connecting it, it's not the DMV.
Metro.
I think that's a cop out. We're part of the DMV, if you ask me.
I have never considered us part of the DMV, which might be maybe my own backwards thinking because, again, V is for Virginia. But I've never, I don't know, is it the metro? Is it the subway? Is it the lack of being able to get from point A to point B? I mean, we have the Amtrak. Not quite the same, though. Not quite the same. But I don't know. I never considered us part of the DMV. But it would be cool to see us all come together and, create an even grander unified community. That would be cool.
Yeah. What is this? You looking at the metro? The San Francisco.
We have the Tide, and it only goes so far.
The Tide?
I mean, the Tide's not taking you to Richmond, though.
Is that a bus or is that
the Tide, the
metro?
Rail.
Oh, it's on a rail.
Like on like where MacArthur is, it's like the Tide station's right in front of it.
Oh, that's just on a rail. Yeah. See, we don't have rails out here in Newport News. Like
Samir, we are in the middle of nowhere right now, low-key. The studio is literally in the middle of nowhere.
In Newport News?
Yes.
Don't hate on my
Granted,
city.
I never come out here, but I was like, I forgot how deep it is in the middle of wherever we are. Like,
don't hate on my city.
I'm not hating. I love the studio, but I wish we could pick it up and transport it to Norfolk or something. Like,
wait, this is a city. You act like we're in the country right now. This is Smithfield. It's Newport News.
What's the difference, low key?
I gotta show you around the news.
No, I looked at, there was traffic, so I had to, I was looking at the different ways that I could take. I low key literally could have cut a little past Smithfield to return across the water to get to.
Oh, go over the James River Bridge.
I guess. I don't know. I don't frequent this area, so I don't know.
Bro. So, also, talking about the James, there was 1 million gallons of sewage that spilled out into, I think, the James River somewhere. So they're telling people not to swim. Okay. That happened recently. But yeah, so Newport News is a very beautiful place, as you can tell by that reel that I put up.
Yes. It favors Santorini almost.
The funny part is that was Croatia, and I actually went when I was in Bosnia just now. I went to that actual place.
You did?
I went to Croatia.
I would have taken a video see, I told y'all this is the backyard. You did?
I did.
Okay.
I was like, they ain't gonna never believe this Newport News. Yeah. Last question I really had. I don't even like asking questions. See, when we were talking about earlier, you don't like asking people the same questions. I almost don't like asking people any questions. I'm I don't know if you ever seen, what's that movie with Matt Damon? Jason Bourne, the Bourne series. You ever seen those? Bourne Ultimatum. He's a secret agent. On the newest one, excuse me, on the newest one, I think it's the third one, Matt Damon said the idea behind, because he has 10 lines in the whole movie. Mm-hmm. He's the main character, but he has 10 lines. Okay. And they were they tried a new approach where they want to see how great of a movie they can make and him have the fewest lines without taking anything away from the experience.
Wow.
That's how I feel as a podcaster with my questions. I want to have conversations that lead to us talking about things without me specifically planning that.
Okay.
That's my favorite thing. I have a few questions. I usually have 4 or 5. But we talk about so much stuff that I didn't plan for, and I enjoy that part of it.
I like
because
that.
I learn unexpected things from you, and it's just keeps it interesting for me.
I like that approach in general because I feel like you said, it does give yourself an opportunity to learn more about the person. In a more really comfortable conversational manner, and that's everything. And to me, I wouldn't even want to call it an interview, but that's, Club Creative, it's kind of like interviews. But yes, I understand not over preparing too many questions, because then it's you're almost skimping yourself of the opportunity.
I don't want to do a scripted interview.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's why
where it's just questions.
I'm beefing with politicians now.
Which one?
The mayor's my op.
Which mayor?
Newport News.
What happened?
It's not playing. He's not actually my op, but first of all, I didn't burn the bridge, so hopefully this episode can still happen one day. But I was supposed to that was supposed to be my first podcast back from Bosnia. It was supposed to be with the mayor of Newport News.
Wow.
I talked to his team a couple months ago, set it up, and I already had a funny feeling when they asked me this. But basically, they canceled it. They said he had a new commitment that he had to do on that night, so they had to cancel it. I was like, okay. But they were because when we first set it up, they asked me to send them a list of questions that I was going to ask.
Oh, okay.
And I was I don't really do that.
Yeah.
I was I can give you like a general outline of what we'll talk about, which is like I want to obviously hear about his journey becoming mayor, like what that's like, what are some of his goals for Newport News, and then like wherever the conversation goes. And I was like, all I can say is just like trust me that I'll pay him in a good light. Like I'm not trying to get him up here to do like a gotcha interview. And so once they canceled, they mentioned that in the email again. They were like, but if we like ever reschedule, like we would kind of still want the same format as we did when we first set this one up. Like we would like to know the questions.
Like
is
some
that
definitive questions?
I was like, we just don't do that. I was like, that's more of like that's like a scripted interview. We like to have conversations with people and in a way where you can see who they really are as a person, and like you just can't get that from a scripted interview. And so they understood that, I guess. So we'll see if it actually happens. Like to them, because I don't know if they watch podcasts. Like even though like I think podcasts is a big thing, there's still so many people that don't watch podcasts and don't understand the difference between a podcast and an interview. Like the way I explained to them, which I don't know if they've even seen Joe Rogan, I was like, our show is more like similar to an episode of Joe Rogan rather than a CNN interview.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
That's two totally different things. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they understood that or understand that, but I hope we can still make it happen at some point.
I hope so too. That would be really, really dope. I think that seeing the mayor in a more casual light would, I don't know. I think that's already working in his favor. Seeing anybody in that kind of position.
That's literally why Donald Trump won the election. He went on Joe Rogan. If Kamala Harris would have went on Joe Rogan, she might have won.
I feel like she did everything else.
She went on that Who's Your Daddy pod, but it just felt
That's the equivalent.
Too.
Are you joking? I mean, yeah, they're politicians at the end of the day. Donald Trump just doesn't care, so he'll say whatever he wants.
A lot of politicians have been on Joe Rogan and spoke candidly for 3 hours and were just being themselves. Like, it's hard to put up a front for 3 hours. Like, you can go do like a little 30, 45-minute interview and stick to your talking points and kind of get over it. But, like, if you're just having a regular conversation for 3 hours, it's kind of hard to hide who you are for that long.
Okay.
But, like, the reason she didn't go on Joe Rogan is because her team because Joe Rogan usually does, like, 3-hour episodes.
Right.
And her team wanted him to come to her and do a 45-minute conversation where they can edit it. And he was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I understand.
So that's why she didn't go on there. And I think if she would have went on Joe Rogan and it did well, I think she might have won.
That might have changed something. Maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on? That you want to leave the people with?
That I want to leave the people with?
Club Creative, new episodes every week.
Yes, every Wednesday. Definitely tune in, tap into Club Creative.
Oh, so you drop on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot. We
So
film on Wednesdays. We drop on Fridays. Well, I have 3 episodes a week for the next like 2 months.
I was about to say, you've been dropping more than just once a week.
We've been dropping 2 a week for a little while.
It's been a minute. Yeah, but I drop on Wednesdays on YouTube. You can watch my watch. I mean, technically, I guess you can kind of watch it on Instagram, but you can listen to it. 91.1 FM, Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. Yeah, I want to leave you guys with something like,
who's the next guest?
Profound.
Who's dropping next Wednesday? Is it already filmed?
Yeah. Well, you got to think it's a live interview, so I'm just it's kind of like a
you actually record on Wednesdays too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The interview's live. So I just had a Good Society group this past week. They have an event on Saturday. When's my episode going to drop?
This one will be out on Saturday.
Well, you might miss it then. But they have an event on Saturday that I'm excited about at the Aslan Beer Company, something like that.
I'm not hip.
It's in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Social Supply had an event there earlier in the summer, like their first summer event, I think, was there. But I'm going to be at that, doing some interviews. But yeah, their episode will be out on Wednesday. Yeah, I want to leave y'all with something like profound, like, but I always say the same thing. I don't know. Be your best, do your best, keep God first, have fun in life. Don't trust AI.
Come on. Appreciate you, Alana. Always fun talking to you. Excited to see where this next step of your journey will take you.
Same for you, truly.
Appreciate it. I'm right now actually I've been thinking about trying to get hired at a radio station as like an on-air personality, but like I'm trying to set up with Z104 right now. I've been talking to Shaggy about it, where if I can get a job there and I can pretty much if there's a radio station that wants new programming for their show, I can pretty much cut up clips from episodes every week into however long they want their segment to be. and I can use clips from my podcast on the radio, and then I can also record news segments for whatever they want to do.
That would be dope.
So I'm trying to figure out if there's some position I can find like that somewhere. But yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, if you already have the relationship, I would work it there. Yeah. But that's dope.
We'll still got to figure out something. I wanted me and you to do something. I don't know what it is yet. Some kind of segment or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. All Alana's links will be in the description. Check her out on Hot 91. Check out Club Creative. Yeah, we'll see y'all soon. Don't listen to what she said about Newport News. It's fine.
Bro.